That's a big question.
Jeez, that's a twist. Wow.
Big question. Oh my goodness. That's really heavy.
Oh man.
That's a tough question.
Una domanda per lui. Che cos'è?
Okay, so basically the question is, if you guys were alone in a room with God, what is the one question that you would ask him if you could?
This is so awesome.
How do you obtain pure happiness and pure enlightenment?
What is justice and what is love? What is love?
God, I would say, you're not real. I don't believe in God.
I think I'd ask him how he's doing today.
I feel like I would ask for more questions. Kind of like a genie. Yeah.
Why would he hang out in a room? He's God. He'd go anywhere else. I think he would go somewhere more interesting. Why not like top of like a nice mountain or something?
I find when I'm alone in a room with God, I'm not asking questions.
I would probably ask him if he wanted a coffee. Does he want milk? Does he want cream? Does he have sugar in it? Like, what's his taste like?
Does he drink coffee?
Or is he a tea person?
I don't possibly think I would be able to sit in a room with God, because it's not that I do not think he exists. I think that he's more so a like atmospherical, invisible being.
Do you know where the light is?
Do you know where the light is? That's a good answer. But
Do you believe in segregated religion? I believe in division of faith. That's what I would ask.
my follow-up question for you is, what's your motivation for asking that question? Why would you ask that?
I feel like it's a point of contention for a lot of people and some conflict in the world, and it would be interesting to know if the one person who everyone is arguing on behalf of really believes in it.
Oh God. Oh God. I don't know. One question? I have no idea. I got nothing for God. I'm okay. This is gonna suck. I'm okay.
We are going to have peace in this life.
I guess I would ask if God has created everything, I would wonder why there wasn't a better system than the check and balance, up and down, death and life, hardships and rewards sort of system that we have now. I guess like I've always pondered why why in life it can't all be good, like why it can't all be positive, like why do we have pain and pleasure? I've always wondered why we can't just have fun.
Why is it that we all spend so much time in our lives suffering?
I would ask him why he lets innocent children die from starvation.
Why do you let so much evil in this world?
Where were you when I suffered through Catholic school?
Why doesn't he save those children getting murdered and molested every day? That's what I want to know.
Maybe that honk was the response.
Are we alone?
I'd probably ask him if in the future somehow humans would get longer life expectancies through technology. Why? That would be my question. Why?
Why what?
Why everything? What's the point?
I guess, what's in it for you? Like, I guess that would be it. Why would you do this? Why make us all?
No, I believe he made us all for his glory. That's all I guess I wouldn't ask him that. Like, why would he make us all? Like, why would this all be here?
Basically, do you exist? I'm an atheist, so that would be my question.
I guess my one question for God would be, is attendance really that important?
You know, like everybody goes to church every Sunday, but you're supposed to be everywhere all the time. So do I really have to go to some place, some building, miss the football game and hanging out with my buddies just to say, yeah, okay, Dave was here today? You know, like really, is his attendance that important?
Are you real? And how can we help people understand if that question matters?
3 questions, not 1. What took you so long to come back? What's the meaning of life really? And what the hell are we in right now?
Just, that was being raised, you know, in a somewhat religious house. That was just something I didn't understand, that if, you know, God was supposed to be everywhere all the time, you know, why was it so important to like gather in one place once a week, you know, and be there to like celebrate him? Like, weren't we celebrating him all the time just by living our lives?
I think I'm probably gonna ask him like to forgive everyone, because life is too short and we're human beings, we made like so many mistakes. So I want to ask him like to forgive everyone and to go in heaven so we can chill over there.
I think that if I was alone in a room with God, I would ask him why he continually forgives us of our sins and why he continually loves us unconditionally even though we mess up all the time.
Well, I don't want to know what happens after you die. Like, where do you go? That's what I want. When is the world ending?
Why did he make things the way they are right now?
I think it would be what's in store for me when I die, like what's going to be there afterwards.
What he wants me to do for the rest of my life.
Why I'm on this earth. Like, question about my life. What's the purpose of my life on being here? That's the only thing I want to know. But exactly, I don't want to know the future. I just want to know what I'm going to do next.
What's the meaning of life? The main question. Why are we all here?
The meaning of life. What is the meaning of life? Is there something specific that I'm supposed to do? Is it just about being happy? Is it just about being a good person? Is it about being religious? What really is the meaning of life?
What is the meaning of life?
I asked him what his purpose was and what his purpose was to fulfill in life and what he wants to fulfill in other people and what he wants other people to do, what he wants for the world.
Because my curiosity about God has always been why he's never been fully, like he's always still, is he there, is he not there? Why has he never made that clear to us? Like how can we let people wonder that in its own self? Like why can't he just be real and be like, this is it, this is who I am, this is where I'm actually here for you.
Why'd you make my legs so funny? Why do I walk like this? I'm a pretty decent person and I've given something pretty shitty to deal with.
Would probably just check up on some friends that I know that he's with.
I think for me it would be a little bit personal, and when I was 8 years old my dad died, so it'd probably be why so early?
Yeah.
That would be my question for God, like why did you take him so early? Because I could have used my dad until now, you know what I mean? That company, that his leadership, his, you know, love, all of that until now. So.
Do you hate me? Because I sort of fell off that track a little while ago. So, yeah. So if I realize, because I grew up believing in God, and then when, I don't know, a few years ago, I just kind of stopped believing. Like I said, I grew up Christian Catholic, and it's all about faith and faith and faith and having the faith and having the faith. And you know, you're a good Christian if you have faith. And then I lost faith because things just didn't seem like they were realistically possible in my mind. And so, yeah, you know, there's guilt there, right? And the interesting thing is my children, I still take them to church because that's their choice. They want to go to church. So I'm not going to interfere in that, but when I'm there, I'm so full of doubt and sometimes even animosity that I feel extraordinary guilt while I'm there. So certainly if I was in a room with God, I'd want to make sure there are no hard feelings. Yeah.
If there was an answer to that question, would you want to hear?
It's a tough question to answer because I know there is no answer, right? I mean, we can't live in a bubble. So I know there's no answer to that, no absolute answer. Because even though I say to myself, I no longer believe in God, sometimes I think about him as this entity that still exists. So, you know, when I considered myself a believer, I had doubts, and now that I consider myself someone who doesn't believe, I still have doubts about. So, you know, I don't think I would be interested in the answer because I don't think it actually exists. That's the one thing I'm pretty sure of. So.
Why the mystery? Why send us here with all of these questions? You know what I mean? Like, we're told, kind of in school, we're told there is no God, right? We're told about evolution and the Big Bang, and this is all just a big mistake. But when you look at everything, if you look at how everything is interconnected, right? How all the trees grow, how there's this big system where everything works together. You know, you think it's too intricate for it to be an accident. So I'd say, why send us here and then pretend, if you do exist, to not be here? You know what I mean? That'd be it. I think that's what I'd ask him. And I'd say, dear Lord, why couldn't you help me out a little bit in the junk area? That's probably what I'd ask him, to be honest with you.
I'm Dave, I'm a local here from Toronto.
I'm Jennifer, I'm from Toronto.
My name is Nahum Mann. I live here in Toronto now. I'm from kind of all over.
Jasmine from Toronto.
Joe Tyrone from Richmond Hill.
Carlo Gerasaldi, Aragon.
Matt, Toronto.
Eleanor from Toronto.